Today we're going to look at using the blue search find box over here to look through the catalog, find books for your family. So let's get started. We're just going to type anything old thing in there. We're going to do mermaids today because I think that's a good example of something that your child might be interested in, but at the same time can be kind of overwhelming once you actually put it in the search results, because we got over 1,000 results. It's okay, we can make this simple. If you go over to narrow search, you can see you have a lot of different options of narrowing the search and trimming this list down and hopefully making it more relevant as you trim it down. For instance, the format of a book is all about the material that the book is made of. So are we talking about a book for children? Are we talking about something that you can download, or maybe it's a DVD? So let's start with a book for children. Oh my goodness, now 200 books, not as bad as 1,000, but still a little bit overwhelming. One of the nice things is that as you're doing this, let's say your child decides that they don't want a book anymore, they want a DVD. You don't have to go back. You can just press this little X here and now select DVD. And now you're looking for different materials. And that's one of the great things about the filters when you narrow the search, is that it makes the list much more easy to change and to find what you're looking for without having to type in the same thing over and over again and trying to find the exact right search term. So we're going to remove format DVD and let's look for a book for a child, so book children. One of the other ways that you can narrow the search, you can see that you can do it by branch location. Today what we're going to do, you can do it by author. Today, let's look at subject. Now, subject's really great for something like mermaids because you could have a book that has mermaid in the title, but has nothing to do with mermaid. Sometimes mermaid is the name of a memoir or something like that. So if we have subject, subject is what the book is about. It's the topic of the book. And so if we narrow down the subject, mermaids, now we're getting books that we know there are actually mermaids in the book. It's really fun to play around with the subject. You can find that there's a lot of different fun things. Princesses and mermaids, who doesn't like that? I think I saw pirates. So let's see what these pirate mermaid books are. One of the things though is when you select more than one of a format or a subject, it's always an or, which means that they're just going to give you both. So let's say you're like, no, I just want those pirate ones. Again, we X out the mermaids. And now we're seeing these books that have mermaid in the search term in some regard, but are about pirates in some regard. And so we have Emily Winsnap and the Pirate Prince. Let's go ahead and place a hold on this. So we press the green place hold button. And as you can see, you have to be logged in first. I'm going to log in with my library card number and my PIN number. And now I get to select the library that it gets placed at. So if I wanted to actually put this book on hold and have it sent to the King Sussing Library, this is how I would do it. I'm not going to do that today, but that's the way you do it. Now, moving from subject, you can see there's a lot of other fun ways that, let's actually take away some of these formats or these filters. There's also language. The Little Mermaid was originally written in Danish, so that's why there are so many Danish renditions of it here in our search results. Genre, for those of you, genre is a little bit different from subject, where the subject is what the book is about. The genre is like the style of the book. There can be some overlaps. So like, for instance, graphic novel could be both a subject, but it could also be a genre. Or I think short stories was one that shows up, both in a genre, but it also shows up in the subject. But these can be really fun to play around with. You can just literally just ask your kid, like, well, do you want like a science fiction mermaid book? Do you want a picture book? And this is the way that you can make these lists a little bit more manageable and find something that matches what your kid's looking for. Like, I think this Pearl book looks absolutely adorable. So before I leave you, I just want to show you one of my favorite ways is, let's say your child has read every book under the sun about mermaids, and so you need something new. Well, right down at the bottom is your publication, which you can control either with these little scroll bars. So you can see that we have things all the way pretty long ago. Or we can make it really, really, really recent. Of course, you don't have to use the scroll bars. You can also type it in. So let's look at 2018 to 2021. And now we have about 50 books, but these are all relatively new books. And so if you're looking for something your child hasn't read before, this can be a fun way to do it. And I gotta shout out Jolene as a mermaid. I love that one. These are beautiful books. The Very Short, Entirely True History of Mermaids is another really fun one. Sorry, no, that's not what we're actually talking about today, but I can't resist. So yeah, this was how to use this narrow search function to make your searches a little bit more manageable and hopefully have a fun time with your child looking for books. Hope that you can use this and have a good day.